streamer Azalea Alexi has alleged Rich Campbell of sexually assaulting her late last year. Rich has been asked to resign from OTK immediately and has agreed, saying he will share his side of the story. I know Mia Malkova isn't lying about Rich Campbell's pregnancy fetish because he wanted to get me pregnant while he assaulted me and then sent me into the streets at 3 a.m. by myself with nowhere to go. If you want the whole account, here it is. Holy shit. Rich Campbell said, I've read the statements made against me today. I will share my side of the story, but need some time to collect my thoughts. OTK has requested I resign from my position. It's not a... Not good. Oh my God. Okay. Every time I see stuff like this, I'm like, bro, just... Warning for those who decide to read further. These allegations include Azalea Alexi accusing Richard jerking off in front of her with her warning no part before... Okay. Trigger warning, obviously. Rich and I had a very up and down and on and off relationship for 4 years that started towards the end of his career and on the Call of Duty desk. Our physical relationship started in Columbus, Ohio in 2019 and was a disaster from there. Without going into extensive detail because of what would be required to explain it, there were several times during the 4 years that he made it clear he only viewed me as a sexual object. But when I would confront him about it, I would get love bombed and gaslit into thinking that he cared about me and wanted to be with me. This would happen during the single periods of my life, as anytime I would be in a relationship, he would text or call me. I would tell him I was seeing someone else. After he lied to me about having a girlfriend for an extended period after lying to me about having a girlfriend for an extended amount of time in June 2021, I didn't speak to him or see him until he called me asking me to apologize around the end of July, beginning of August. Asking to apologize. I didn't speak to him or see him until he called me. Okay. I always had a deep love for Rich as a person and a friend. As the beginning of our friendship he was there for me like not a lot of people are. So I gave him another chance to be friends. He told me he would prove to me that he was working on being a better person and that he wanted to be in my life. Then in October, he began his typical antics and begged me to come to Texas around a subathon. I said no because I did not think it was appropriate to stay with him because I did not want to sleep with him and that I did not trust him. He also came to LA in December of 2021 and asked to see me, but mainly was only asking me to come to his hotel. I said no due to the fact that I was not interested in having sex with him. There was not much communication until I was at French restaurant AOC in the Upper East Side on January 30th. Place is awful, by the way. Of this year with 2 girlfriends unrelated to the story. Sorry, I fucking ADHD. As the night came to an end around 12 a.m., I Ubered to Rich's apartment in Williamsburg because he asked to see me. We were in the movie theater in his building and talking. So was it another OTK banger, baby? Okay, chill. Let's not serious stuff. This is not Mia Malkova. Mia Malkova is currently dating Rich Campbell, and she even joked about how Rich has a pregnancy fetish. When that happened, this is I guess Rich's ex-girlfriend came out and tweeted this yesterday. I know Mia Malkova isn't lying about Rich Campbell's pregnancy fetish, because he said he wanted to get me pregnant while he assaulted me and then sent me into the streets at 3 a.m. by myself. She said this is a December 15 at 1:16, and then wrote this tweet longer today. Okay, we were in the movie theater in the building and talking, and he repeatedly kept attempting to get me to lay on him. I repeatedly said, I'm not here to sleep with you, and I do not want that. At one point in the theater, he said, I think tonight is the last time I'm ever going to see you. After trying to speak to him for an hour about a relationship and the awful way he treated me, he just continued to deflect and said there's no reason to talk about it because it makes him feel bad. He said that we couldn't stay in that room and needed to go up to his apartment per the apartment rules. I said, I don't trust that. And he promised me that if that was the situation, that nothing would happen and was respecting the boundary. I said, oh, God. We get upstairs and he starts talking about how hot I would be pregnant. He then proceeded to jerk off in front of me while continuing to talk about how he thinks about me getting me pregnant constantly. He kept begging me to have sex with him. I said no. He continually attempted to take my clothes off. I kept saying no. At the end, and I mean the very end, he rolled me over and put himself inside me, finished unprotected. Afterwards, I called my friend who I was staying with so I could come back, and she wasn't answering because it was late at night and she was already asleep. Rich said I couldn't stay there, so I called hotels around New York City looking for a cheap room. I asked for the nearest subway and it was a 20-minute walk. Without saying anything to him, I left and I cried in his lobby as he texted me, "You okay?" I never replied. I left, went to a sketchy hotel in Chinatown, and processed it by myself. I left New York City the next day and never spoke to Rich again. I'm a 30-year-old woman in a relationship with someone currently. I have had several relationships with people that just simply did not work out, and I still respect those people and would never make a false claim based on a relationship ending. I get nothing out of lying about this. In fact, it's almost expected to receive ridicule when speaking about sexual assault. You can believe me or not, I genuinely don't owe anything to anyone, and I'm not here to beg people to believe me. I mean, this is textbook, dude. Look at the screenshots. They show the text and proof. Look at the screenshots. These are the texts she attached from that night. Are you in New York? Yeah, I am. Oh, shit. How long? Would be cool to hang. I've been here for a bit. I was planning on leaving tomorrow. Oh, what are you doing tonight? My friends and I just at a bar for a bit. No informal plans. Just catching up a bit. If you want to hang out later, let me know. I was already in bed, lol. I would catch up with you, but it's okay if you're already in bed. Would you want to come chill here? It's okay. I don't think that's something I'm comfortable with. Okay. Would have loved to see you. Too bad you're already out of commission, but no worries. What would you want to do? I don't know, whatever, honestly. I have a little movie theater in my building. Would you want to chill there? I don't have a trek in me to go out this late, but that way we could chill, and it's not in my apartment. Yeah, we could potentially do that. Cool. This is pretty fucking, this is pretty damning stuff. I mean, it's like pretty consistent with what her statement is. When would you want to come? Once I'm done here, I could probably come by. Cool. What time around you thinking out of curiosity? I'm honestly not too sure. Okay, I'm excited to see you. I'm going to stay up. I'm so excited. Haha. Seriously, if it's too late, it's not a problem, lol. I don't want you to wait around if you're going to bed. I'll wait up. Send me a pic. It'll help me stay up. Lamau. Rich, seriously. What? I want to see your face, lol. You still want me to come by? I just paid at the bar. Yeah. Okay, be there soonish. What time do you think? I'm dropping off in the village, I think 12:40. Is that okay? Or should I just stay in Manhattan? Come over. All right. I mean, this is like, it's fucking typical. Like, I mean, it's just like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Is that okay, or should I just stay in Manhattan? Come over. All right, I'll be there at 12:46. See you soon. Hi, I'm here, coming. And then the last text message, you okay? Why is there so much victim blaming in this chat? There's no fucking way. There's no way. This dude is obviously horny. Why would she go see him? Dude, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I mean, she also went there voluntarily, so it might be more complex than it actually is. No, the only complexity in this circumstance comes from what kind of relationship they once had and potentially Rich's inability to read the fucking room. But even that is negated by her testimony. Okay? There is no fucking like, she added the context that she's in Pacific time, which is why the timestamps say 9:46 when it's actually 12:46 a.m. Yeah. That's not an excuse. She said, like, if you don't know what happened in the private moments, okay, if you don't understand what happened in the private moments, like, or if you didn't read that and only saw those text messages, then you're like, oh, maybe like the complexity is that like he couldn't figure it out. But she very clearly communicated that she's not interested, here in the text messages leading up to it. It is these text messages show, not that they were necessary, but those text messages show pretty much everything here is true. Like explicitly stating she doesn't want to do anything. She will talk to him out of respect for. Post more text and reply calling her a liar. People are dismissing her because they were in a relationship previously and hooked up in the past. Yeah, bro, I know, I get that. I'm saying that, like, it doesn't matter how horny he is, chat, because you still respect boundaries. Exactly. She also very clearly stated that, you know, this is not something that she's interested in. She doesn't want to stay with him. She repeatedly established boundaries in writing, which leads me to believe that the boundaries that she established in person are also real. Like, no one who texts like this turns around and goes, "Oh man, please jerk off in front of me and come inside of me." Do you understand? Like I said, the only instance in this circumstance is like trying to, I guess, feign ignorance and to say, like, it as a consequence of like what our relationship was in the past. I thought that it was, I thought this was like apt or something. You know what I mean? Due to a kink or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. But like, still, it's no. There's no consent. Like, it's very clear that there is no consent here. I mean, come on. Yeah, she said no. That's it. That's it. There's nothing here other than that. um, if I'm out here or we're in the same city, we can catch up and hang out. If there was some sort of consistency with you, I'd consider getting a hotel and taking a trip, but there's not. I mean, let's be honest. You don't even call me when you say you're going to and that you really want to talk to me, and then you disappear for days. I'm not trying to get on your case because at this point, honestly, don't care and I have no expectations. But outside of being friends, I don't see anything happening. Full transparency, I've been celibate for over 2 years, so I'm not just hooking up with or sleeping around with people, and I'm personally looking for a situation where someone cares about me and wants to put an effort towards me. I want to start effort with each other. I really want to see you. Let's figure something out. What do you want to figure out? I don't think I can. I'm too attracted to you. Okay, I care about you a lot, but if it's a lie, but it's a lie if I say I'm not absurdly attracted to you. I get that, but I'm a person and have feelings, law. I know, and I care about you as a person. When we have that type of relationship, it doesn't feel like that to me. I know that it doesn't, but I genuinely think it's because we're just so different in those ways, and I don't think it's either of our faults. What are these photos? Yeah, I mean, I think he's just, doesn't matter if she went over there the fuck and had agreed to do this shit. If she said no in the moment, it's a no, nothing else to it. Yes, I know. I agree with you. But I'm saying that this is like indefensible in so many different ways beyond even that. Because let's be fucking real. As a consequence of patriarchal, she posted all the 4 of those replies and some shit are calling her a liar. Oh, okay. It is a consequence of how patriarchal society works and how interpersonal relationships between men and women work, and how gray sometimes those boundaries can be. There's going to be a lot of people, specifically as a consequence of their misogynistic takes, believing firmly that like this person is lying. You know what I mean? But there's no way to even dance around it. It's open and shut. It's pretty open and shut. For those of you who don't understand consent, and I'm not even specifically talking about Rich here, but in general, okay, this is a rule in general. Whether you are dating someone or not does not change the reality that if your partner tells you, no, I don't want to have sex, and you still do something, you still put your dick in her, you still put a digit inside of her, that's still rape. Okay, that's still sexual assault, that's still rape. Doesn't matter. There is no situation in which like, oh, we were dating. Okay? But this person, same with being married, this person very clearly went through this traumatic experience. Strongly disagree with the notion that someone who texts like they've been in therapy and can't be far more libertine than their affect would lend itself to. I've dated someone who texted like it was a work email, was an absolute freak otherwise. Okay, but like, what are you talking about? They very clearly have established boundaries. The fuck do you mean? Someone being libertine, okay? Someone being libertine It doesn't change that reality. Like, there is a difference between like, there's a difference between someone being like, these are the boundaries that I have established. She can say it with like emojis if you want, or she can say it very strictly. But ultimately, that doesn't change the reality of what she's saying. These are her boundaries that she set. Okay? And that very clearly corresponds to the situation. She didn't even need to show those text messages. Bird said, I will share my side of the story. No redemption from this, though, right? Yeah, I mean, I think like, of course, no. I mean, this is pretty open and shut. At that point, you just, I guess, I don't know. I don't know what you do. I really don't know what you fucking do. Bruce dropped him off, said, I'm announcing my OTK resign. Wait, really?